What's good in the YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing another video. Today I'm bringing a video on Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, for those of you who don't know, is the 25th season of Power Rangers. Yeah, 25 years now. That's crazy, right? So, obviously, with an anniversary season like this, people have been wanting to know what's going to happen, when is it going to release, all that kinds of information we've been wanting to know for quite some time. And we finally got a confirmation on when the first episode is happening. Many were suspecting the 20th initially because the 20th is pretty standard. Usually it's the third week or so of January. And in this case, they're actually moving it to a later date. People were suspecting possibly the 27th or the 3rd. It is going to be the 27th. I'm glad, but I actually suspected the 3rd just because of the fact that nothing was being posted anywhere about it at all. And usually we know stuff fairly early, like by December even, like end of December. So the fact that we know stuff now, which is, only 2 weeks away, as of this weekend, it'll be only 2 more weeks until that episode airs. That's kind of late, honestly, because usually they give a little bit more time for them to promote the season that it's coming out. In this case, they didn't do that, which I'm not going to complain about, but it's just something to note. So anyway, I wanted to talk about Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. The first episode is called Echoes of Evil, and it sounds like a cool episode. What is going to happen is that the presumed dead Madame Odious is going to return, which is cool, and that's expected. You would think that she would be alive, and what's going to happen is that they're going to have unexpected help from new friends. Now, the question is, who would these new friends be? Could be past Rangers. I doubt it right now, but it could be someone else that we just don't know yet. Again, it's very hard to really put your finger on it yet. It might be referring to, in this case, the overall season, because if that's the case, then yeah, it's referring to past Rangers. That would be the only logical answer to it. But we did also get a promo that got released today as well, which showed off some footage and hyped details regarding Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, so I will link that in the description if you're curious about looking at it. Definitely worth it. It shows some of the new Zords, it shows some of the new villains, and a whole bunch of other small details. Some of it we've already seen in the initial promo. This one has some of that, but it also has some stuff that we haven't seen yet. What it could look like to some is that it might be that the new villains that are supposed to be appearing that were from Ninja that we haven't seen yet might be showing up really early on. Ninja is the Japanese equivalent to Ninja Steel, so we'll have to wait and see how that works out. Again, all this is great. I wanted to bring this up. Additionally, we're still waiting to hear about the 2019 season of the show. That still is a question for many. We don't know for a fact. We're suspecting, and it's very likely that it is the case, that they're going to be adapting the Japanese season that's currently on, which is Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, which will be finished by the first week of January. But, not January, February. But we'll have to wait and see. They still haven't given us any confirmation on that and what the name will be, which I'm definitely looking forward to finally knowing what the name will be for that season. Again, that should be confirmed either by the end of this week, if not, probably by the end of next week. I'm hoping by the end of this week, but I could see it going as long as the end of next week, because last year they gave us trademark confirmation probably fairly early, like into January. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. We don't know anything for certain as of now, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Super Ninja Steel air. Again, many people are kind of hesitant about this season. They're not really sure whether or not they want to be happy or kind of worried for it, because it is the anniversary season. 5 years ago when we had Super Mega Force, we had a season that was being adapted from a great Japanese season, one of the best Japanese seasons in years. And don't get me wrong, there's several great Japanese seasons, but it was a season that in America they didn't take the effort with, and it turned out terrible. And it was supposed to be this great anniversary season. They had been hyping it for years, and it turned out to be a complete disaster. People are hoping that it isn't that way, but people are also worried that it might be that way because they're not sure how confident they are in Saban right now. But I personally don't want to presume anything. I'm glad that we haven't actually heard many details as of now. That's one thing that I'm really happy about. They've been pretty quiet about it, because during Super Megaforce, they kind of were like hyping the same footage from Japan over and over and over again, and it was because they actually had something that they were using from an existing season. In this case, Ninja Steel is based off of a season that didn't do an anniversary, because it wasn't an anniversary season in Japan. It was its own thing, and they didn't do an anniversary season. So whatever they do is presumably going to be original, because that's the only thing that would make sense. Which I actually like a lot, because what that means is they have to come up with something new. They can't just borrow and copy and paste whatever existed in Japan. They have to be original with whatever they end up creating out of this, which I personally am so happy about, because that makes all the difference. When they are forced to create something original, that's where they can win in a big way for fans, potentially, if this turns out really good. Again, I don't know how much they're investing. I don't know what they're doing exactly yet, because they've been very quiet about it, which I appreciate. But we'll have to wait and see. As far as when I'm expecting it to be confirmed, as far as the anniversary episode's release date, I would imagine probably early fall. People have suspected, like probably the first or second week of the fall season. So keep it in mind. There's also been a rumor that just went around that potentially the anniversary episode will be a two-parter, which I am not going to complain about. I think that's a great idea. I would love to see the premiere episode, the anniversary episode be a two-parter. Hopefully that would mean it would be a good two-parter, but we'll have to see what that actually leads to. As far as other details go, there's been also the rumor that supposedly they'll have Kat and Tommy return, and maybe they'll be married. That's another rumor that I heard. That was a rumor I heard like right around the time that Ninja Steel ended, and supposedly it might actually be a fact, but don't hold me to that yet. We still have to wait and see what that actually means in the show. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this season. Again, it's going to be a different season. Ninja Steel was an okay season, but I want to hope that Super Ninja Steel will be a turnaround for the show and help out a lot. Again, that's the hope with every season, but I really think that if they do this right, it could be something really worth remembering and appreciating. But until then, we have to wait and see. January 27th, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 71, and goodbye, guys.